GingerGM.
Exciting news, my hearties. Bit of a weird start. I'm just trying to do a bit of a pirate theme here, but my hearties. No, I don't know. It doesn't work. What was that? Someone said I look like that guy from Black Sails, but you know, I have some ginger hair, but maybe that is as far as it goes. Anyway, exciting news today on US of A Labor Day. So hello to everyone across the pond, as we call it. Hope you're having a good day. There is a sale, and my new course on the Dutch is at last out and ready to buy. So you can get it on Chessable. I did it for Chessable. Thought I'd try them out. They seem very positive guys. They've got some great workers for them, very dedication, and I can see them doing great things in the future. I wouldn't be surprised, for Chessable and GingerGM, we do similar things, and it's good to work with each other rather than against each other. But they're going great places. Trust me, I can feel it. So I'm going to, in this video today, talk a little bit about the Dutch, in case you don't know anything about this course. And obviously I want to encourage you to go and buy the course I've created, which will help me greatly. I've put more effort into this Dutch course than I have done, I think, anything else in ever. It's really a lifetime's work, this Dutch course. Now, I mean, I'm going to just talk briefly about it here, and even if you've brought my other Killer Dutch stuff, this is a much improved version of that. It's the latest theory, so you'll get up-to-date theory with the opening, and then hopefully I'll play a couple of games in Dutch, so I'll try out the opening, and hopefully I don't embarrass myself there. Now, one thing I should mention, it is a Chessable course, so if you just go over to the Chessable website, which is above, and you search for the Killer Dutch Rebooted, you'll be able to see a lot more there. And I've actually done a free over 1 hour video on the Chessable website, so you can watch there a condensed video of what the course is all about, the proper course. And I do recommend you get the videos as well. That's what I'm best at teaching, I feel, in video format, is over 10 hours long. It was originally going to be over 20, but I made sure it was manageable. I think 10 hours is perfect for an opening video. You don't need to be any more to explain everything. So you can go and watch again if you go to, I think I've got the page here somewhere. Here you go. This is a little bit of a chat about it. If you go and search on Chessable, and the website is just chessable.com, the Killer Dutch Rebooted. Even if you don't want to buy the course, you can get it. You can go and have a look at the 1 hour free video, so that will help you understand the opening more. Now, the Dutch is really an opening you play against d4, c4, or knight to f3. And it's one of the most aggressive things you can play against these openings. So d4, c4, and knight to f3. It's especially, I find, effective against knight to f3 and the English, because normally when white players play those moves, they want a boring game and they want a quiet game, and if you do your normal stuff like the King's Indian or d5, you can't attack. But with the Dutch, you can get some great attacking lines. I mean, one attacking thing I've talked about, and you can see in my blitz videos, I've played this time and time again, is the following idea, and this is something we try to get in. Now, in the course, I recommend you go d6 against the Reti setup, and after castles, play e5. And I've honestly won so many games in this position here, which you could say is one of the main positions of the Dutch. I'm only talking about the classical Dutch, where you put your pawns on e5 and f5. I'm not considering the Leningrad or anything else. I'm an expert in the classical, probably one of the world's leading expert, if not the world's leading expert in this kind of setup. And here, one of the attractive things I show you is a plan where you can use to checkmate white. You may have seen this from my master method. I talk about it in more detail. And the plan is to checkmate white on h2. Do you guys know it? It involves the queen coming over to h5, step 1. Stage 2, the bishop coming to h3, step 3, the knight coming to g4, and then we go for a checkmate attack. And it's really unbelievable how many times I've had this kind of plan working for me in my games. And this is now very deadly because we want to take on f3 and take here. For example, I've had this kind of thing occurring before, shall we say, where we get rook takes f3, and all of a sudden we have kind of a winning attack in a lot of lines here. So we look at stuff that when white doesn't play d4, but I also go into a lot of theory and depth, and I've backed everything up with computer analysis against the London system, because this is one of the things I get asked the most. And in the Killer Dutch, I don't talk about it a lot, but I really talk about what you should do against the London system, which has become incredibly popular. So I give you a unique and new way of playing against this bishop f4 London system line. And the line I'm recommending is a line where you first fianchetto this bishop. Let's just put some moves on the board, and let's put some normal London system moves on the board. And then I'm given a very interesting idea here, one that will really shock your opponent, and one where I'm trying to get the London system players out of their comfort zone. We put the other bishop on d6, and again I've checked these lines with the computers, and I've given you some very exciting ways to cause those London system players a lot of grief. And this is a very exciting line here that I look at in the course. It took me a while to work this out. I also look at bishop g5, and I take heavily there from analysis by Ruland, who did the GingerGM DVD, the Leningrad Dutch, and I recommend lines with g5. I have some of my own suggestions, of course, there, but I'm very grateful for Ruland to give me a lot of inspiration with these variations. And we look at everything else, basically. We look at the Staunton gambit, any other gambits, and also, very importantly, the main line positions. And the main line positions, I would say, which I get in most of my games, come about in this position here, where the main move is really knight c3. And I'm giving knight to e4, as I have done before, but I've improved my analysis. I've added lots of new analysis. The critical line here is knight takes e4, and we go very deeply into all the aspects of this, where I think black is fine, but you need to know these positions. And we also look very deeply at other moves. Queen c2 is often played, but I don't think it's the best move. And after knight takes, queen takes, I give my old favorite line a5, but I also recommend a line by Grandmaster Nicholas Pert with knight d7 in this position. So I give you some alternatives. And the last thing I really want to mention is b3. Was one move I actually found when I was, doing all my work on the Dutch, that was causing black the most problems, this move. Now, this is where I divert from my previous self and from the likes of Nicholas Pert. I don't recommend knight e4 now. I really struggled with this, with not recommending this move here, because I liked it, but I couldn't find a way for black to be equal. Instead, I now recommend a5 to try to attack over there using that Ari, the a pawn. So all in all, I'm very happy with the course. It's aimed at people who are new to the opening, but also experts of the opening alike. So I've tried to explain the basic ideas in the videos, but I've also tried to go deeply, very deeply into some lines. And I think that's the only way. I haven't wanted to skittle over this Dutch because it really is my baby. Like some other opening DVDs, I've mainly just gone for principles, not too heavily into the theory. But with the Dutch, I've given you everything. I've gone so deeply in some lines. Of course, you don't need to know the deep lines, but it's an extra thing there you can have. I mean, I think I'm something I'm very proud of, this Killer Dutch Rebooted, and I hope you do go and purchase it, support me and support Chessable, who are doing a great job, and help yourself with an exciting opening against the D4 openings. Okay, well, that's enough of me whittling on, isn't it? Let's see if I can get a game. If I lose every game in a Dutch now, it's going to be pretty bad. Okay, so I'm going to play as white, the reverse Dutch. So this one's for Craig, if Craig's watching, of Gibraltar. Okay, so he's gone for the London system line. So I'm gonna actually play in the way I recommend. And what I'm doing here, I'm just playing the black openings. I'm playing them with white. So I'm switching them about a little bit. And this is, like I say, one line I give quite often in the DVD. Or DVD, did I call it a DVD? Oh, did I go check? Oh my God, that's what happens when you talk and you don't think. Can you believe that? Okay, think, Simon. And luckily I'm not losing a piece here, but I should have gone Queen C2 straight away. But I do give this interesting setup here, this pawn formation. Okay, blundering a piece like that was rather ridiculous, but I think this setup is actually quite good. God, I wish I could play this game again. Why did I play like that? Because one setup I give, which is a bit like the collie, is an idea of doing this and this, but obviously here I've played it rather sillily by allowing that check because I was talking. This is quite hard commentating and recommending moves as well, but let's see if I can fight back in this position. It's only one pawn after all. I say one pawn, and of course he now wants to win my other pawn. Oh dear, what an Egypt though. I mean, oh man. Okay, let's fight back here. Obviously the Dutch is an opening with the black pieces, so I'd rather get this as black. But I'm gonna see. Okay, see if we can fight back from that early loss of a pawn. Okay, a little cheeky check there. He wants to come into f3. I think we're gonna have to allow that. Oh, then he's gonna come down here. So I'm gonna have to pay more attention in the next game, I feel. This is the only to not lose, I feel. And you know, if I hadn't lost that pawn, I think I'd be doing all right. And you can see this kind of central formation is often works very well. We'll try to keep, you know, we have very good control of the centre. So I think this new idea against the London system is very valid and works very well, but obviously not the way I'm playing here. You muppet, Williams. You absolute muppet. Do you know the terminology muppet? It's something we use in England if someone's done something very, very badly wrong. Okay, hopefully we get to a new game soon. But we'll fight on a little bit. We will fight on a little bit. More play, less talk in the next one. And I had to stop a little check there, so we'll go for that. What are we doing next? Let's use that pawn here. Push it on. And in desperate situations, you just got to have a punt, haven't you? So we will desperately have a punt over here, which my opponent's trying to stop. I will keep punting and I will rely on our little friend here, but this doesn't really deserve to work. Come on, let's be brave. Out we come. We'll take you. And now I'm getting a bit scared, so I'm going to come back. And I want to get my queen over here. See, if only I hadn't lost that pawn. This is a little bit of play. My knights do a fantastic job, don't they, defending. But only, you know, some good squares. But it's only a little bit of play. Of course, we're 2 pawns down. I sacked the second one to try to get initiative. And I have to really swap these guys off now. And I'm in trouble. Been in trouble for a while. Can you believe that blunder? Right, and I'm going to set up a cheapo. Please fall for it. Please fall for the cheapo. Again, in desperate situations, just go cheapo in. And I might even have to go for this horrible ending here. Can I attack any of my opponent's pawns? Not easily, but we'll try. Okay, so knights are at least knights are tricky pieces. You know, that's one good thing. Knights are tricky pieces, but 2 pawns are tricky pawns. Okay, now obviously we don't want to swap knights off here. If I check here, he comes here, but oh no, I can't do that. The bishop's guarding that. God dear. It's quite funny because Charlie the cat at the moment, we've, as you may have known, moved house recently, which has been nice but quite stressful for Charlie. Charlie is sort of, well, what do we say? He's getting used to the new house, but he's basically keeping us up all night. He's like a what do you say? I don't know, a baby, I guess. He's literally keeping us up all night long. It's really, you know, with his crying. That's my excuse of being tired. You've got to have an excuse, haven't you? Okay, so this is an idea which I often play as well myself. If you've seen some of my games, it's called the Korchnoi attack, and that's something else we do look at in the course. And I think that black gets good play in the center of the board. So now I've got black. Let's say this is our first proper Dutch game. The last one wasn't really a Dutch because I was white. I'll stick with playing it with the black pieces. Can't believe I missed that check. Unbelievable, Simon. Okay, now I could go d5, and I will go d5. Why not? Let's play it. My knight here is happy. It's a happy piece, and these positions are normally just very double-edged. Chances of both sides. So c5 is the move I'd like to play, but then this does become a little bit of a threat. Takes. Okay, let's maybe go here. I want to try to attack that bishop if I can. Okay, now I can put this bishop over here, which causes some discomfort for my opponent. And can I actually play c5? I'm just I can play that. Okay, so he's running away now, but that is going to give me a pretty decent pawn. Now I'm going to take this one off. I'm a bit concerned about the bishop going here, but we've got to be brave, so we'll grab that one there. We will grab that tasty little pawn. Okay, now something will probably come into e5, but I'm hoping I can defend that. My knight is still a very decent piece here. Okay, so he's moving the knight in. Does he want this move next? He may want that move next. So can we put here rather than going passive? Okay, and now I'm trying to start some kind of counter-attack, aren't I? Well, I'm trying. Let's try. It's a weird position. I don't have this check because there's knight. Okay, he's going for an exchange of queens, which should be alright for me because I am pawn up. But his knight is very strong, so I'll only be happy when I can get rid of that one. I should probably put a knight on d7 earlier on, and I'm a bit down on time as well. So let's see if we can come back from this. Okay, I'm happy to exchange off that knight, even if I lose a pawn, because my pieces can come into the game, I assume. Should I have done that? I also have this rook here. Was what I was hoping. That's a good move. That is a good move. Okay. I need to get rid of his bishops. And if he takes rook c8, these Dutch guys are very dangerous. Have you seen them at Puzzle Rush? How do they score so high at Puzzle Rush? Does anyone know? Some of them are scoring 100. Do they memorize all the positions? Is that how they're doing it? They literally memorize all the positions. They do it like that. I honestly, it amazes me how they are scoring so well at Puzzle Rush. These guys, these Dutch guys. I mean, they're either like genius tacticians from Holland, or they are, I don't know, memorizing and doing something a bit strange. But whatever's going on, I have a lot of respect for them. I played in Amsterdam a fair few times, and a lot of them are just they're very good players. A lot of these. Okay, that's a silly because I've got rook c8 at the end. Okay. Now I've still managed to hold on to my extra pawn here, which is handy. Maybe I should have gone b5 there. I'm trying to get my knight to a better square first. Nasty little check on the agenda. Maybe I even have c5 now. Okay, well, we'll go there anyway. Thank you. And this must be very good for me now. Okay, so he's trying to activate his rook. So he can still cause me a little problems, but if I lose this, it'll be through my... Oh, I could have taken there as well. That was very silly. Why don't I just counter-attack rather than let him into my position like this? Silly. Actually, in some danger. Okay, I'm glad I got that in. I was very worried about him going bishop f7. Move has improved my situation quite a lot. Target that one. I'm probably going to lose on time, knowing me. Don't lose on time. Come on, pawns. Now you can go. Now you can go. Go. Go, go, go. Go. Come on, pawns. Pawn power. Oh, my opponent's lower on time. That's very peculiar. That never happens. Right, so this should be very good for me. Having so many extra pawns and the time. What, my two double set pawns up. There we go. So the Dutch comes in. It comes in good. Right, maybe we'll try something else. So I think he says thanks, so I'll say thanks as well. You want a couple of quick games there. I mean, we can have a look at that game. It was quite interesting. I mean, there's loads of different ways White can play against the Dutch, but my course does cover everything. And we saw in that game, not a main line at least. So I'll just see if we can get another game in the Dutch, and then we'll end this video. And yeah, okay, so who have we got now? Another Dutch guy. And this guy 26-28. Okay, and he's an E4 player, so we won't be playing too much against this guy because I wanted to get a Dutch, and you can't play the Dutch against E4. Of course, it's impossible. But and you might notice my rating has dropped down quite a lot as well recently. Can I blame it on Charlie? I can't blame it on Charlie for keeping me awake. That's just not fair. Poor old Charlie doesn't seem to be blamed for these things. You can't blame it on a cat, can you? The lack of sleep. He's doing okay, so he's doing quite a weird setup here. Don't ask me what setup this is. I haven't seen it before. It seems very peculiar, you know, to go here. You can do this kind of stuff against the Nyadorf, but can you really do it against? I can even go bishop. Okay, let's flick this one in. Can you really? Oh, he's going to get 3 pieces now. Maybe that was a bit silly. He should have. I'm sure he should have taken my should have taken my something. I forget the name of it. I mean, you could have got 3 pieces for the queen by taking there. That would have been quite funny. This is quite an interesting position. Now takes, bishop takes, rook here, bishop takes here is one way of playing. I don't really want to swap queens because this king seems a bit funny here. I could go check here as well. I expect this is the correct way to play because luckily his king is still in the middle. Okay, so he's not going for that. But now his position looks very suspect to me. Okay, you can take here again. Is that his idea? And I'm thinking I'm just going to try to get a very big center with his king in the middle of the board. I'm not even pawned down, so this looks very good to me. But we won't play this guy again, so I'm trying to get games in the Dutch defense, and you can't get the Dutch against 1 E4. Okay, so how do we make progress? Well, let's give him a little cheeky check. You saw my opponent in the last game use this tactic, and the endings should be very good for me. So we'll take this one off. Now let's go here. In. And if he goes as king, I might have this cheeky check. If he goes back to d1, I might even have here anyway, with this check coming into the position. Quite hard for him to stop. And again, all endings you need the active rook, active king, better pawn structure. But now I have got my king to a great square, so my rook to a very good square, so I can now swap bishops off without worrying. My king has this way in. Now the king and pawn ending, okay, he's done. I think I should keep the rooks on. The king and pawn ending is very unclear, and my rook's a better piece, so why do I want to be swapping that one off? But it's not so easy. This is not so easy. That was a good move. I forgot he had this defensive move too. And my problem is my king's not in the middle of the board, so if I go here, is he going to go king c3? And then try to come here? Maybe. So it's not so easy. It's funny. I should have had a great position. But I don't want to go here because it gives us b4 square for the king. I'm more happy with this one. And he wants to come here, but he's leaving some of his own pawns quite weak. Here, maybe a draw, he comes back. Okay, I've also got the opportunity of getting myself a pass pawn with e4. How are we going to play this? Okay, let's try this one. This is a bit controversial, this move. trying. Okay. Trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to lose probably. And the issue I have is my king, isn't it? He's got this b4 getting a passed pawn. So this is not easy. Let's go behind the pawn. You can now come here though. So I've got hard work on my hand. Luckily I can get rid of one of his pawns. And I suppose now I'm probably should be a draw. So a couple of ways of doing this. This is looking quite sensible. This pawn is very strong though. Ooh, can I get back in time for that pawn even? Bloody hell. And I think this should still be a draw because I can give up my rook for that pawn. As long as I don't blunder, and this one should be good enough, but he's found a clever way of doing it. Okay, we have secured the draw because we've got this check. Okay, bit of a tough, okay, I'm going to play something different now because I want to, again, try to get some more games in the Dutch going, and I can't when you get dragon. The opening went very well there, but he played the ending better than me, and I misevaluated my position. Okay, so we'll go for another reverse Dutch, and we will play my normal classical line. So this is, well, that's a weird country flag. What country flag is that? Dominican Republic. Sounds nice. Okay, so one thing I was saying you want to do in the Dutch is play for e4. So we are going to do that here. Now, you normally have to watch out for this move, but in this case, because he hasn't developed many of his pieces, and now I always like this move. I always really embrace seeing that move. Now, the reason for that is that it closes down, and normally these pawns, they just become extremely good pieces now. And the next thing I'm trying to do is get my knight in the game. So can we give that pawn? We can push on and be very comfortable as well. But let's push on here. It's very quick, this guy, isn't he? One of those quick players who's maybe not using his time so well, but quick. He knows how slow I am. That's the case. Another thing I could do is I'm trying to just get my pieces the best squares. I don't really know what my opponent's doing. I could have even gone for an interesting sack with knight there then. But we don't need to. Let's just finish developing my pieces. Sensible play. And okay. So I should be breaking maybe with something like this as well. Okay, so let's prepare that break while he prepares some of his own break over here. Okay, it must be time. Let's go. Get a bit of a race situation going. Now, I'm hoping I have this one as my way through this. Now, let's keep the queens on, a bit more fun. No, I've only got one Dutch so far, that's no good. And yeah, that's an interesting position. Now, he stopped my queen coming here. Let's get the king out of any potential checks. Can I go for some, okay, where do I want to get my bishop? I want to get my bishop to d5. That'd be a fantastic square for the bishop, so let's aim for that. If we can get it to that square, I'm going to be laughing. First of all, I'm going to play here, so I don't want him going knight b6. But what is happening after here? Rook takes b4. Well, the thing about playing very quickly as my opponent is, he's trying to avoid any tactics, and in blitz you can't avoid tactics forever. And I think he's really going to start suffering soon in this position. Because by avoiding, I mean, at some point in chess you've got to go for the tactics, so you need to slow down and work them out. I mean, I maybe could have played h3 just to stop Harry, you know, the h pawn in his shoes, but it looks normal to try to get everything lined up over here as well. Great compensation for a pawn. It was all about getting the bishop to the square. Get it in there, in like Flynn. And can I break through here? Well, I might play h3 first. I don't think my opponent can do much, and that's always nice. Okay, yeah, because now my king's a little bit weaker if he ever sort of comes in here when my rook moves. But that's going to take him a lot of time to do, isn't it? Do I have any threats? Now, this one, knight takes, doesn't work. So, I mean, is this a good move? So we can try to get his queen in on the light squares. Okay, well, I'm going to get my last piece in. My back rank is a bit weak, but I'm hoping I always have threats against these two if he moves his knight. So I should have gone h3 just to stop this idea, put my king on h2. You know, when you're attacking, it's always a good idea to take a time out as well. But what's next? So if I go queen, okay, so he's really, oh, this looks very risky for him. I can take here, but he's got queen takes, queen a7. So I'm just going to go here. My threat is now to take on a6 with one of my pieces. And surely now there's a mate here somewhere. Again, calculation, as I said earlier, is key to these positions. Could just move my rook, but then try to get the queen in. But where do I move my rook? Can I sack it here? Knight takes. Yes, I can try this one, because then I can wriggle my way into a6. This might be the winning move here. This rook e6, because knight takes. I've got queen check, king a8, and we're going to see the checkmate now. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. There is a reverse duchy in action. Okay, I'm going to play until I get one more Dutch. We're going to win. Definitely. Well, we can call that kind of a Dutch win, but it wasn't kind of a proper Dutch win. So guy doesn't want to play again, so we're trying to get another player to. I should also mention, if you're still here, well done. It's been a long sort of video. Well, I suppose not that long, but GingerGM's also running a sale at the moment, only on the GingerGM collection. You can see at the top of the thing here, just while I wait for a game, we've got 50% off. It's the Labor Day sale on the GingerGM collection, so you need to use the coupon Labor_50 if you want to buy the whole GingerGM collection, 50% off. Or any iChess products that we sell, we're also offering 50% off them, and you use the coupon iChess_50. So we're doing a bit of sales at the moment, you know, on our website gingergm.com as well. Okay, I've got white again. Okay, we're gonna have to go for, and I think I played this guy recently, another reverse Dutch. So to try to make it as Dutchy as possible, what I'll do, because I want to sort of test out the classical, you know, Dutch. Okay, well, against these systems, I always enjoy this idea, and again, this is something I talk about in the Killer Dutch Rebooted, with the idea of going for the attack. And you know, one of the great things about the Dutch is it's one of those openings you can often have a lot of fun just going for the attack. That might not always work, you know, as I know, but you can have fun trying, and that's what we're going to do here. Let's have fun trying to kill him by putting all our pieces against his king. And okay, now here we go. Oh, he's defending everything. Now I could go here, then take. Okay, can I play this? Is this gonna? It's only a check though. It's weird. It's only a check. It's a pity. So I'm not even sure this is the best move. It's funny because I have a check, but his king comes here, and he's actually in quite a good position there, funnily enough. So maybe I shouldn't have gone for that tactic, which doesn't really work. Hey ho. Do you see that? Because his bishop is very good there, and I prefer keeping my bishop on that square. So he's now trying to shut out that piece. So that was maybe a little bit silly of me to give up my lovely knight there. Now I can take here. He's going to go knight g4 then, attacking my queen. So he's trying to use a little tactic, and if I go there, he's going to put his bishop in. But we will simply come back, I think. a weird position. Now this is maybe a threat, yeah? Rook takes here. Could I have taken? No, I couldn't have taken it. Okay, so that bishop's not doing much, so I'll get rid of that one. We don't need it anymore. And now, surely I can take this one. If he ever moves this pawn, look how powerful my bishop on b2 becomes. So the other thing I can do is just wait. Okay, but why wait? Why not take it and get my knight into this square? This is again another common plan in the Dutch. He seems like a very nice guy, this guy from Romania. Okay, you could say only a CM, but he looks quite young in that picture. Oh, I didn't even consider this move because I thought my pieces would be too strong, but I'm just going to keep it calm. Maybe I'll have something even stronger though. Let's keep it calm. His bishop here is a very bad piece because he's stuck in by his pawn, and I am a pawn up, and that guy is coming. So is he wanting to come down here, try to create some counter play? Now, this looks very scary for my opponent, no? But how do we pull off the victory? If I lose this, it's only got myself to blame, clearly. Should not be losing. Okay, queen here. That's when the tactics come though. Rook here for, okay, let's play it, let's try to keep it simple. Rook here for the time being. Maybe I must have had a stronger move there. Must have had a stronger move in that position. But we're a pawn up with the attack. Can't be bad. So he has to go for something like this. And, well, why can't I break through this position? This is crazy. Must be able to break through this position. Okay, is that the move I've been looking for? 25 seconds, it better bloody be the move, otherwise I'm going to run out of time. And then this move, that is what I was looking for, yeah? And now just back with these ideas of checkmate. Okay, that was the move I was looking for. I knew I was looking for something, but I haven't got him yet. I have not got him yet. Okay, because of my clock. But this is crushing, as crushing can be. Really is crushing. Okay, it's nice of him to resign there. He seems like a nice kid, this guy. So would I get another Dutch? Can we finish? No. This video is going to go on forever. Well, we can include that last one as a Dutch win, kind of, because it was white. So I think I've done right with the Dutch today. But I haven't got, you know, a pity we haven't got any more Dutches on. And that got me over 2600. So we'll make this the last game. And I do hope, like I say, you go and check out the chessable Dutch course I've done. And again, even if you don't want to buy it, guys, if you've got no inkling to buy it, I don't mind. I've done a free 1 hour taster for you. And, you know, go and check that out. Go and check out the taster, because at least you will learn a new opening in an hour then, you know, anyway. And you might really enjoy this opening the Dutch. It's a load of fun. I mean, whenever I get it, as you can see, I play it all the time in blitz. It gives me great results in blitz. I've scored very well with it. Let's put it that way. Okay, now I haven't been paying attention again. My pawn structure looks like it is rather crumbling, but might not be the end of the world. I know Magnus did a similar thing as this against Giri recently, something quite similar to this anyway. Okay, let's push that one away. We don't want that one there. He's quick, isn't he? Kids are quick. I remember a day when I used to be quite quick. It was a long time ago. Why is it as you get older you get slower? Everything just gets a bit more like, ugh. Why is that, guys? It shouldn't be that way, should it? It shouldn't get slower as you get older. You know, you should be learn from experience, but you do. I remember the days when I used to play an ICC as the Psycho Cowboy. I used to be known as the quickest drawer in Godalming. No, I didn't really. Okay, anyway, this position sort of seems all right to me. Oh, I say that, I've just blundered a pawn, but not okay. I don't want to lose this knight. This is one nice knight. Can I sack it somewhere? I don't think so. I need to get more pieces in. How do I get more pieces in? No. We don't want you coming off. We don't. So I need to. Maybe I can get rid of that knight again and get my knight back and my queen to g6 and checkmate him there. That's a plan. That is a plan. It's a plan. It might be a rubbish plan, but it's a plan. So what about some line like the queen moves here or here? Yeah. I go here. He goes here really quickly. I go queen here. He takes here really quickly. You think I'm blundering? I take there. He takes there. I go. Let's try it. Looks like I'm blundering with this move, and it probably is a blunder because he's got queen b3 at one, which I missed. You can go knight d6 and queen b3, which pins my knight, therefore stopping it come there. But he did not see it. Woohoo! So I'm going to continue just by aiming everything at his king. What's he doing? He's moving it over there. That's a weird square, isn't it? Okay, you can do that. Now I'm going to line up a sack. We are lining him up. The only way. God, look at him. He's retreating like a diggity dog. I'm going to have to... So I can't get through yet. So I'm thinking now I've got to get the queen in. But he's got everything. Look, he's defending with everything, this guy. He's defending with every single thing. Okay, in we go. And we'll take that one. That was maybe his only way to defend. And now we'll come forwards. I think he's gone a little bit too far backwards, this guy, today. You know, he's a good player. He's moving his pieces far too far backwards. And we'll go here. Because we need to open that guy up. I could have also taken there with check, which obviously if I'd have seen it, I'd probably have played it. You Egypt Williams. Oh dear. Okay, well we didn't see that, did we? So rooks need open lines. I'll take a pawn with check. That would have been game over. Okay, don't worry. Let's keep it open as we can and try and get rookie in. Hello, rookie. Hello, rookie. Another thing I'm doing as well today, if you're interested, has he got some knight here move that I'm missing? Maybe. I'm commentating on the champions, what's it called? The thing where Gazza's playing in the 960. The 960 thing he's doing. What's it called? The Champions Showdown. I'm doing that each evening this week. I don't know. I think I'm doing it on the chess.com channel. So if you want to see a bit of my, commentary there, then you can log into the Twitch at chess.com or on my channel. Wow, this position should be good. It should be very good. But it could have been better. Okay, he's forcing this rook to move. He wants an ending, which should be winning for me, but... okay, let's go for the winning ending. Because I have this one, which is useful. God, I'm up on time against this guy. That is insane. Okay. Maybe I could have just... When I say it's winning, it's not so easy, but I'm happy to have swapped off one knight there. Because they're tricky, aren't they, knights? Tricky little pieces. And, oh, don't... I was going to move my king there, which would have lost. Okay. So that pawn of mine's quite weak, isn't it? Okay. You shouldn't really swap pawns when you're... Only way I can see to win. Am I actually not winning this one? Bloody hell. Bloody hell, Williams. I'll lose on time if I'm not careful. Oh, okay. Right, we'll leave it there. So I've got some stuff I need to do. And I will say thanks, must go. It's always easier saying that when you've won, but it does feel a bit rude when you win a couple of games and you say I've got to go. It often annoys them, but hey ho, what can we do about that? So remember, the Dutch, a great opening. Go and check it out. The Killer Dutch Rebooted, available now on Chessable when you see this video, and it will give you a great opening choice against some of the more boring options that White has, and you'll find a good way to play against the London system. So cheers for now, goodbye, and I'll see you all soon, I'm sure.